One of the things that I've come to learn about the far right is that they never change. They never change. They might pretend from time to time, like, you know, there's always, every few years, there's this new, like, conservatism is the new punk rock movement, where they try to frame their conservatism as anti-establishment or different or unique or special. But at the end of the day, that is not the case. At the end of the day, they support the same shit that they've always supported. Okay, that's super important, and I need everybody to remember that, because as you all know, the right-wing media ecosystem is sort of in different factions at the moment. But, you know, the old school conservative faction is the Daily Wire, right? So, you know, the Ben Shapiro's of the world, Matt Walsh, who we're about to hear from, Jordan Peterson, they're being sort of replaced by the more open and avowed Nazi faction, the Nick Fuentes types, for example, or the lower IQ Trump defenders like Asmongold. The, like, fake intellectual veneer is sort of falling out of fashion, right? And so Matt Walsh went on Tucker Carlson's show, and this is just a real stark reminder to you that as times change, these people never change, right? We've had gay marriage for well over a decade now, right? The Constitution said it's a right. The Supreme Court said that their interpretation of the Constitution is that gay marriage is a right. And for a while there, it felt like, oh, we're good. Like, we're past that. Like, everybody kind of gets it. Certainly the polls show the majority of the country supports gay marriage. Almost all Democrats support it. Most independents support it. And even like 50% of Republicans support it, right? But no, the ideological leaders of the right still have not let that go. They've moved on to doing more immigrant bashing and more trans people bashing. But even something as simple as gay rights, they do not agree with. So here we go. This is Matt Walsh talking to Tucker Carlson, and look at this disgusting opinion.
I don't need studies for this. It's the same thing with the trans topic. You know, a child being in foster care is far from an ideal scenario. It's very, very sad. A child going to two gay parents, I think, is worse. I think it's easily worse, actually.
Why?
It's just more disordered. It's more confusing for the child. Again, neither scenario is good. We don't like either thing, but I don't see going to, you know, gay parents as an improvement over the what they had before. So,
do we know that it screws kids up, or we just sort of intuitively know it?
I think we intuitively know, but also there's been plenty of studies done about the mental health effects of kids that grow up in these, you know, same-sex parent homes. There's been a lot of studies done about it, but honestly, you can look at the studies, people will fact check, and they're there. I don't need studies for this. It's the same thing with the trans topic.
So the real take is, I don't care what the studies say. I'm against gay people being parents. I don't care what the studies say. Two men raising a child or two women raising a child, gross. It's confusing. It's disorderly. There's a reason why he threw that qualifier in about the studies. And he was like, I don't really care what the studies say. The reason why he did that is because of this. Kids raised by same-sex parents fare same as or better than kids of straight couples, research finds. There's been a number of studies on this. And the main point is, you are much more likely to succeed as long as you have two loving parents. You are much more likely to succeed. That's what the studies say. And in some studies, you have the kids with gay parents actually fare better academically than the kids of straight parents. The bottom line is, he's a bigot. And he wants to use the force of law to make his bigoted opinions the default, the norm, the standard, the thing you can't deviate from. Again, this conservatism, it doesn't change. It's just the same repackaged bullshit. He wants one man, one woman. The woman needs to know her place. Don't be a feminist. Don't get mouthy. Don't go out there and get a job if you want to get a job. Get in the kitchen, shut the fuck up, cook the meals, blow me, and let's go about our day and don't have any emotional needs or psychological needs. Don't ask too many questions. Speak when spoken to. But here he is. Something as simple as gay marriage and something as simple as having the right to adopt as gay parents, he's against it. He is openly and clearly against it. And here we are in 2025. This is still a battle he wants to fight. This is still an argument he wants to have. Guys, I don't bring this up nearly enough, but I certainly bring it up more than almost anybody else. But it was, I believe it was 2022 or 2023. It was around then that people started getting scared. Hold on, the Supreme Court may actually overturn gay marriage because they just overturned Roe v. Wade, which was viewed as like sacrosanct. Like, this is a right. What's the Supreme Court going to come in and take away a right? And they did. That's what they did. So people were like, they're going to do it with gay marriage next. So what happened is the Democrats acted and they were like, we got to protect this. And so they came up with, I think it's called the Respect for Marriage Act. And the whole idea of it is it protects the right to get gay married. But also at the same time, there's some loopholes like religious exemptions, conscience objections. So like if you're a pastor and you're anti-gay, you don't have to be the one to do the gay marriage, right? But that's the idea of it. It was a little bit of a compromise, but at the end of the day, it protects the right to gay marriage. Well, again, when that vote happened, 36 Republican senators voted against it, and 169 Republicans in the House voted against it. Again, this was just 2022 or 2023. This was fucking super recent, bro. This was super recent. And you're telling me 36 Republicans in the Senate and 169 in the House were like, no, I'm against gay marriage. I'm against equal rights. As soon as you think, oh, no, we've evolved. No, they haven't evolved. Sure, sometimes their commentary goes latent, but it's there. The sentiment is there, which leads to some other dark conclusions, right? You think they don't feel this about interracial marriage? They absolutely feel this about interracial marriage. They feel the same way about interracial relationships in general. They don't like that. They would prefer to go back to official segregation, right? This is who they are. This is what they believe. And here's Matt Walsh proudly saying, 10 toes down, chest puffed out, yeah, I don't think gay parents should have the right to adopt kids. And I'm sure if you pressed any deeper, he would come up with some disgusting rationalization like, oh, they're more likely to get abused by the gay parents. In other words, feeding into the idea that, well, if you're gay, then you're also, like, by definition, a fredophile, right? I mean, this is who they are. Do not ever fall for the bullshit right-wing rebranding. The more things change, the more they stay the same, right? George W. Bush, he's the guy who did the illegal war in Iraq, the illegal war in Afghanistan. He did torture, right? Crashed the economy. He locked people up without due process overseas, claiming they were terrorists. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, because what happened was Trump came in and he applied those same principles but now he's doing it domestically. This is called the imperial boomerang. So it starts overseas, and then they use those same tactics overseas, then they bring them home. And that's what Trump did, is he brought them home. Now, no due process, no habeas corpus, no trial. We're going to round up innocent people and send them to a concentration camp. That's effectively what Bush did, just Bush did it overseas. He did it with Abu Ghraib. He did it with Guantanamo Bay. He did it under the guise of protecting you from terrorism. But they trampled over everybody's rights, right? And at the time, it wasn't used domestically. Now, they're using it domestically. So the more things change, the more they stay the same. They're as time goes by, they go to the more pure right-wing position. Well, what can be a more pure far-right position than Nazism? Which is why you see the rise of people like Nick Fuentes, who's an out-and-out Nazi. It's why you see Asmund Gold is incredibly popular, even though Asmund Gold, what was it? It wasn't even a year ago when he was out there saying, I don't feel bad at all about the innocent people getting massacred in Gaza on a daily basis. They're from an inferior culture. Fuck them. This is who they are. This is who they are. And the world as they see it is a terrifying place because they believe in the law of the jungle. They don't believe in international law. They don't believe in human rights. They don't believe in justice. They don't believe in law and order. None of them said dick when Trump just pardoned cop beaters that were there on January 6th. They didn't say anything. They all support it. They're all fine with it. Trump pals around with Netanyahu, who's got more blood on his hands than any human being alive today, and they love it. They do their little, base Trump, bro, triggering the libs, bro. They still do all that bullshit. Well, here you go again. This time on the issue of gay rights. If you thought, hey, we advanced, hey, that's in the past, we're not going to have to fight that battle again. Well, what'd they do when it came to Roe v. Wade? They overturned it. What are they going to do when they get the opportunity on any of these other issues that we take for granted? They're going to overturn it. Guys, if they're attacking the Constitution, which to get rid of due process is going back to the pre-Magna Carta days, the Magna Carta was signed in 1215. They want to take us back to the year 1200. Don't think this is the only way in which they want to take us back to the year 1200. No, they want to roll the clock all the way back on every issue, dog. They want no social safety net, no Social Security, no Medicare, no Medicaid. They already cut Meals on Wheels. They already cut pediatric cancer research. They want to roll the clock back in every imaginable way. And here we are. Here he is saying, I don't think gay parents should have a right to have kids. I think that should be illegal. This is a truly barbaric, degenerate ideology. They like to use the word degenerate to talk about like gay people and trans people. No, they're using that incorrectly. The word degenerate is a corrupt person who's immoral, right? That's the gist of it. Well, I can't think of anybody more corrupt and immoral than these ghouls and goblins and monsters and creatures of the far right. They're the most corrupt and the most immoral people I've ever seen. Trying to take just run-of-the-mill, average, regular, law-abiding American citizens who aren't hurting anybody and want to strip away their rights in the middle of the night and then grandstand about it and act like they're heroes. You're not fucking heroes. You're not fucking heroes. You're the barbarians. You're the degenerates. And we don't give an inch on any of the issues. Fuck you. The problem is not the immigrants. The problem is not the trans people. The problem is not the gay people. Fuck you. The real problem are you, the fascists. It's the 75% versus the 25%. 25% of this country are fascists. You're the fucking problem. And the other problem is the top 1%. It's 99% versus 1%, and it's 75% versus 25%. Matt Walsh is proudly in the 25% of fascists running wild in this country. And it's time to reel them in. All right, guys. That's the show, y'all. Thank you for listening. As always, everybody do me a big favor. Subscribe to the channel. That helps out so much. You have no idea. Helps spread the videos out through the algorithm. Costs you nothing at all. You can also click that bell icon so you get a notification every time a video drops. You can like the video, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. Truly, truly appreciate that. And of course, much love to all you who support the show on Patreon. Could not do it without you, man. This is a grassroots funded show. This is real independent media. I've never talked to an advertiser. I've never done an ad read or anything like that. Very, very proud of that fact. You guys make it possible. So thank you for your Patreon support. Thank you for the tips that you guys leave with that thanks button on YouTube. That also means the world. You can sign up for Crystal Kyle and Friends to get our full interviews. I highly recommend that. And while we're at it, let's talk about Corin's World. Everybody go subscribe to my boy Corin's channel. It's called Corin's World. We do the Kyle and Corins get posted over there. And we've been doing a lot of them lately. So there you go, guys. I love y'all, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. You know the drill. Peace. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.